of Woman Empowerment Series today with me, Farisha, and I'm delighted to have a very special guest with me today. It's Nurul Asyiqin. Hi, Nurul.
Hello, hi. Hi, Farisha.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me in your Women Empowerment episode.
Thank you so much for being in my show, and I'm really honored to have you because I follow you online. I follow the work that you do. I follow the training that you, and also the training program that you do, and I think it's fantastic. And I'm happy to connect with you online, and it's really great to be able to chat with you here on my Woman Empowerment Series podcast.
Thank you. The honor is mine as well. I've been following your progress, and I feel that you are doing so many great things, and you also believing in education and training lots of young people. And besides that, you're also doing a million other things. So I seek inspiration from you as well. So it's very nice to finally be and see each other tonight. So yeah, I'm looking forward.
Awesome. So, Nurul, can you share us more about yourself? What do you do?
Hi everyone. Again, my name is Nurul Asyiqin Shamsuri. I am the founder of Clue to the Zoo. At Clue
Mhm.
to the Zoo, we are actually creating content to prepare young professionals and young graduate, especially young graduate, for working life. And when we say that, when I say creating content, meaning that at Clue to the Zoo, we creating content in both physical workshop and also on digital. So
Mhm.
we have a holistic approach in terms of preparing young graduates and young professionals for working life. So you can
Mm.
get our content on various topics on our social media, on our YouTube channel. We have Clue to the Zoo YouTube channel. We
Mhm.
also have Instagram and Facebook and also LinkedIn.
Mhm.
So if you need any guidance on your professional life, basically, you I would suggest for all of you to follow us on our social media. At the same time, because of the MCO before, we're not able to really offering physical workshop, and we also have in the future physical workshop and also events. But for now, most of our content will be offered digitally. So the reason why we started Clue to the Zoo was because maybe some of you are wondering why it's called Clue to the Zoo. It's because we find working life or corporate life feels like a zoo, and because there's so many different characters,
Yeah.
you have to maneuver so many different characters like you
It's
are in
like
a zoo.
the analogy, right? The analogy is like a
Yes,
zoo. Yeah.
yeah, it is like
Yeah.
a zoo. So basically, we are giving you the clues to the zoo, and how we actually created this was because I used to be a lecturer and I teach study skill and employability.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, I met my partner, my business partner right now, and
Mm-hmm.
he was on the corporate side. So
Yeah.
he told me that our young graduates are completely not prepared for the working life. So because I teach employability and I know the syllabus, and I can tell that if you actually follow the syllabus by the
Mm-hmm.
books, it would not be able to prepare our graduate for working life. So there is a gap between university and working life. So there are in the middle here, there is this gap that what the young people should know before they
Yeah.
go into working life. So that's where we come in, and that's why I am super passionate, because I have always been an educator my whole life. I mean, since I remember, and I love it. And I feel that this is my way of helping and also educating our young people.
Awesome. So both of us, we share the same vision. We share the same values. So high five. High
High five.
five. Yeah. Okay. And for the next question, what is the most challenging moment in your career? The most difficult moment? And how do you overcome it? How do you rise?
Along my career, because I have it both in Malaysia and also abroad, I
Mm-hmm.
think some of the difficulties to adjust myself in a different surrounding, because one moment I'm working with Malaysians, and then another moment I found myself in a group of Europeans, and they're all working in a different in a completely different
different
way,
environment,
and
different
and
thinking.
how they talk to you and how they give feedback, and how there's some, because I spent many years in the Netherlands, and in the beginning it was very hard to hear. The Dutch people are very blunt, so it was very hard to hear some of the honest feedback about yourself from them. And but I guess that is something that you build your character as well. So being able to work with people who are different than you is actually a good thing, even though it was difficult at first. I think that another thing that for me is when people don't believe in you, or even right now when I'm building my business, and there are people who doesn't even understand what I'm doing, or saying to me like, perlu ke masa dulu tak ada orang pun tolong kita orang nak cari kerja, or like tak ada orang pun nak guide kita orang cari sendiri je. How do we navigate working life? Why do you need to do this for the young people? So why don't you just let them be? People say things like that, and they were like, kenapa nak kena spoon feed all the kids? And kita orang dulu cari, when people say things like that to you when you want to start your business, it can be very demotivating, and people kind of like putting you down, and people don't believe in you or your vision or what you wanted to do. So that was really difficult, like especially coming from like older generations things. So I'm so surprised, because I thought like we should give back, or we should educate our young, and the thing you can do is to prove them wrong. So
That's right.
That is. Yes, and I think another thing is that it's always difficult it's always not easy to manage your personal life and professional life. So there's always something there, and that's basically some of the hardest thing, like, to adjust with different people, to manage people expectations, and things are moving very rapidly, after with COVID, and that is also in another way you really need to pivot like really really fast, otherwise you ketinggalan. So that is 2020 is a year of
full of challenges,
learning and relearning, like macam everything that I know for the past 36 years, okay, it might not be relevant now, so you need to like really pivot really fast. So that was not easy,
and we have to be innovative.
Yes, and I can see that when you started your channel, and I had a lot of admiration for you that you started this. I'm like, she pivot really fast, and then you come up with the content almost all the time. So I have lots of respect for that, because I know
it's not easy.
Yes, I know from another content creator to one another. I was like, to contact people. Do you want to be on my? I know how it felt. So that's why I'm like,
it comes up with the strategy, the planning, the thinking behind it. So I guess a lot of work comes from the strategy, and also most important thing is the objective. What do you want to share with your viewers? What do you want them to learn? And then you want to be able to also touch other people's life as well, so that when they watch it, they're like, hey, mommy, I want to be like her. I want to be exactly like her, mommy, when I grow up. Or maybe it's someone who have a daughter and she's doing engineering, and she sees me interviewing a lady engineer, and she's like, Dad, I want to be exactly just like her. So we don't know who are we inspiring and who we can, change people's life and say, hey, I can do this. So we change people's mindset to say, oh, saya tak boleh buat. To saya boleh buat. So we want to change that.
I think I completely agree 100% with what you say, because some people was like, oh, I'm pretty personal with my life, or pretty personal, especially women. We are very reluctant to share our success. And we are very reluctant to be proud of our success or our achievement, because women in nature is a little bit shy in order to do that. But for me, it's more like you have to, because you work hard for it. So you have to speak about your success, because along the way, you never know who you inspired, you know? So,
and it's not easy to move up. It's not easy. It's challenging. I go through some challenges as well in my career and also personal life. So we have to, you know, keep going despite of the challenges. And because of the challenges, yang buat kita kuat, makes us stronger. So it push you. So the challenges push you. So for me, I go through personal challenges and also career challenges, but I just keep on pushing myself. I push myself and I move forward. So I guess every one of us been tested by God differently. So everyone have different challenges. So everyone go through different life challenges, different career challenges. So it's important for us to empower and also support each other. So that's really important because everyone goes through different challenges.
Yeah, that's why I always say that myself, and I recently told my friend, I don't have envy. Like people because for me, even if people showing all the shiny things on the social media, I always know that behind the scene, everybody has their own struggle and things that they have to go through.
We're human.
And so for me, I don't really have envy, because I feel that if you understand how life works, and you will not have envy. You just say, okay, to the speaker, you know, that she's happy and I'm happy for her, and you know, and we that's, I think that's another way of supporting each other. Just be happy with people's achievement and root for them.
Yeah, so like for me as well, the same thing as you. I don't have jealousy, I don't have envy in me, because I believe that everyone, you know, everyone will have their own rizki. I believe in the rizki because rizki comes in different timing. Maybe it's not my time yet this year. Maybe my timing will happen next year in 2021. So we always have to believe in rizki. So for example, you know, like for example, we have girlfriends, right? So they're like, hey, I'm so happy for you, you have this achievement, so you support them. But then it will come a time where next year it's your turn and they will support you. So it's all about supporting and empowering each other. And also the rizki, so the timeline is different. You might be getting yours later, so maybe your time will come later next year. So first is your girlfriends, kawan-kawan you first, and then your opportunity will come soon enough. So you cheer for your friends, you're happy for them, you support them, and then eventually when you support and empower them, the rizki will comes to you, because it's all about law of attraction. Law of attraction, positive vibe. So positive energy creates another positive energy. So it's all about spreading the vibe, spreading the positivity. So for example, right now it's still CMCO. So people are depressed. So a lot of people are, you know, they're not sure what's going to happen in 2021. People are not so sure what's going to be happening next year again. So it's always good for us to, you know, have that positivity and also mindset to say it's going to be fine. 2021 is going to be a good year.
I subscribe to that thinking, because it's not like you have any other choice. If you wanted to, you know, achieve your goals, I think for me, it's more like I have this habit of having a goal and then everything else is just noise. If I have like one goal, and even if it's difficult, you just have to be obsessive enough to achieve it. So
yes, we have to be hungry. We have to be like,
you have to be hungry. You have to be, you have to have the motivation. Yeah, we can see 2020 in many different ways. You can see in a very difficult, I acknowledge that it's difficult for many people because they lost their job and everything. But in the same time, it's also the story we tell ourselves. So for me, I would like to think of 2020 as a year of growth. Because only through difficulties and challenges and crazy stuff that you become stronger and become better person. So I call 2020 as the year of growth.
Yes, and 2020 is also the year where it shapes our attitude and also character. You know, it shapes you, it molds you to be a better person. And most importantly, it shapes you to be grateful, to always bersyukur, to always be grateful for what you have. You know, we have food on the table, we have roof on our heads. Okay, we have a nice bed to sleep in. It's all the little things in life
Yeah, correct.
blessing. So with
Correct.
2020 and then with also COVID happening, it also teaches us a lesson, valuable lesson to appreciate, our family, our friends, our loved ones. Yeah, because material stuff, we can always buy material stuff. But if we lose our family,
Yeah,
we lose our loved one, we can't buy them back. So it's like, it's
correct.
little things. So it also teaches us
Yeah,
to be grateful though. So despite of the coronavirus,
yeah,
despite of the pandemic, it also teaches humankind a valuable lesson to appreciate
correct.
one another.
You can be very happy with very little actually.
Yes. So I want to share with you my personal short story. I lost my dad in 2016. So
I'm
he
so
passed
sorry about
away.
that.
It's okay. He passed away in 2016 due to heart attack. So I promised him before he passed away that I said, Dad, I'm going to make you so proud. I'm going to make you so proud of me. And I know you're watching me from heaven. I know you're watching me. So that is my push factor. So a lot of people ask me, why are you so driven? Why are you so motivated? So my answer is, I promised my dad. So I promised him
Yeah,
he died. So I'm going to fulfill his promise. So,
yeah.
so this is for
That is
him.
we all find all of us need a story. It's
Yes.
always like it's always how we were built as a humankind.
Yeah.
And your story is you wanted to make your dad's proud, and it's the
Yes.
same with me. I guess I wanted to make my parents. Yes, that is has always been my goals to make
Yeah.
my parents proud, and because they give me so much, and the only way that I can give back is, I mean, they will never ask anything from me anyway, so the only thing I can give back for my parents is to make them proud of me, and that has I can understand totally where you're coming from.
Yes. And for us, as a daughter, we do our
I
best.
think you're doing
And
great. I
then,
think your father is really proud of you.
yes. And I know he's watching me. He's watching us right now. So, yeah.
Yes.
And a lot of people ask me, do you miss him? Of course, I miss him every day. But then I know
Mm.
Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, God love him more. So
Yeah.
I do this for him. So if I get an award or
Yeah.
anything, I'll say, Dad, this is for you, Dad. This award is for you. So a tribute to my
Mhm.
late father. So we always
Yes. Yes.
think of ourselves as, I'm carrying my dad's name. I'm
Yeah.
carrying my dad's name. I'm carrying his legacy. So you are your father's daughter. So I'm very close with
Yeah.
my dad. So for me, it's
Yeah.
like it's something where I carry it wherever I go. Yeah,
Definitely. He seems like a great man.
he is. He's an amazing dad. So
Yeah.
because of him, I wouldn't be where I am today because of him. So I have to thank him. And then
Yeah.
education, he really emphasized on education. So that is why I really, really love my dad. And then I remember the part where I didn't go for tuition. So I punting lah. So he went around with the rotan, go and chasing me like, hey, go for tuition, pergi tuition. Yeah. So it's like, it's kind of like,
Those
memories
little things lah.
strolling down memory lane. And then now, when you are an adult, when you're in your 30s, you're like, wow, now I know why he's like really strict.
Yeah.
He's strict because he loves you. And he's strict because
Yeah. Definitely.
he's strict because he wants you to achieve something in life and he wants you to be successful. Dia nak you menjadi seorang anak
Correct.
kaya. So that was
Correct.
so that was back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our parents are preparing us for the life.
Yes. Survival skills.
Correct.
Yes. Okay, now moving on to the next question. What does woman empowerment means to you in your own words?
I'm a big believer in women empowerment, and I believe that empowerment can come in so many different ways. And for me, it has always been first is be financially stable. Doesn't matter what you. I always believe that no matter what you do, even if you decided to become, decided to become a housewife or not working, I still believe that as a woman, the most liberating thing that you can do for yourself is to be financially stable, because you never know what's going to happen in the future. So financial stability is the biggest form of liberation, the biggest form of empowerment. So I would suggest that for women to find a way to get themselves to be financially stable. And another thing is empowerment through education. We both are a big believer in education. I feel that all girls, no matter where they are, no matter what is their family background or religious belief or whatever that they do, should get educations, because education is the biggest empowerment that you can get for yourself. And another thing that I believe that empowerment come also in the mind shift of the society, where women are being able to decide for themselves. So many women that I witness, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, that make the wrong decisions because they are being pressured of doing something that they don't even want, or they don't even understand why they wanted to do it. And because, and most of the time it was not their own decisions, it's because, oh, it was expected nanti orang cakap apa, or nanti
The society's expectations, the
nanti parents, like, do you want to have kids or you don't want? If some women want to have kids, some women don't want to have kids, and women should be able to choose. Like, it's not like I don't want to have kids and people shame me for not wanting to have kids, for example. Or some women are just happily uh, staying single, for example, because they don't really need partners, and they find that liberating for them, and that should be respected. I feel that whatever decision that women make for themselves, either they wanted to personal or professional, should be respected. And that is empowerment now, that you
being
are able to
choose,
respect a woman's decisions,
being able to decide,
being able to choose. Yes,
yeah.
because I've met young girls that like 10 years old or 11 years old from the village, and they wanted to have boyfriends. And I said, why do you want to have a boyfriend? You're 10 and 11. And then they were like, yeah, because we wanted to get married. And I said, that's great, but why? And it's like, yeah, because that's the only way to have a good life. And I was like, no, that's not the only way to get a good life. You can also get a good life if you study hard and be smart, and get a good job, and choose things for yourself. And I feel that there is a big gap in mentality in terms of the women in KL, in big cities like KL, or our girls in the village, where they still donated. And for me, it's like a lot of decision that they make. Sometimes I wonder, do you make this decision yourself, or this is the only thing that you know? And like, would you make different decisions if you know there are other options for you? That is, it's a long way to go for the women in our society. I feel that.
A lot of room for for growth, and also for us to keep on developing, and also empowering more ladies to step out, to step outside of their comfort zone. Yeah, to be comfortable in facing
Because
challenges, and also for them to like you said, education. Yeah, you can change your life. So want to get more women, more girls to be educated.
yeah, I feel that the first thing that we need to do is to educate our girls in many different layers of decision making, actually. So I don't want it to sound too much like a feminist, like a very, because I also believe that know that some women are happy with that kind of with the life that has been set up by the society for them. I know
Mm.
that some women are like, this is what I want. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to, you know, this is the path that I wanted to go. This is make me happy. But some women wanted to decide different things. And it should also be okay if women decided, you know what, I don't want it to follow the typical route that everybody follows. And
And it's
that also
okay.
make me happy. And
Yeah.
society should be able to say, like,
Yeah.
look, she's happy. Let
Mm-hmm.
her be happy, like let her be. Why will people want it to, like, no, you're not gonna be happy like this. You we only be happy if you do A, B, C, and D. And then a woman will say, no, I wanted to do E, F, G, and that makes me happy. And then people are like, no, you're not gonna be happy if you're
Mm.
doing E, F, G. You have to do A, B, C. So for me, like, true empowerment is for when women is able to decide for herself and not being shamed and not fear that she is being shunned because of the decision that she made for herself.
Okay, and for the next question, who are the most amazing and inspiring women that you admire in Malaysia and also internationally?
The woman that inspired me a lot actually is my own mother. Uh, she is she when I grew up, she's a politician, she's a lawyer, she's a businesswoman, she's a mother. So when I'm growing up, she was working two jobs basically, and she's wake up 5 in the morning to cook nasi lemak for our kedai, and after she cook, she go to her law firm. At that time, she just started her law firm. So, and then she raised three kids while having two jobs. And at the same time, she's also in politics. She have three jobs and raising three kids. And all of us are decent kids. And she never once, for all of you working mothers out there, don't feel bad because your children understand that you're doing all of these things for them, for to give them good life. So I know that some of my friends who are working mothers always feel guilty that they leave the children behind. I always tell them my mom works three jobs, and I never once think less of her because she's a working mom. In fact, she is my idol because as you grow older, you realize that that is a hard job. You have three kids and works three jobs, and Saturday, Sunday, you're also working, and you have to drag your children with you because there's no one to take care of them at home. So I have lots of admiration for my mom, actually. Um, and then for leaders internationally, I always love Angela Merkel because of she's really amazing woman in terms of leadership. And also Jacinda Ardern, of course, she's, who doesn't love Jacinda? And so these are the two international women leaders that I look up to for their ability to lead and to thrive and to be themselves. For example, Jacinda, people always tell her that she needs to be more stern and she needs to be more like a man, but she stick to herself, which is more empathetic. She's just embodied the feminist, the femininity as a leader, and she doesn't have to be like a man. And I found that is something that I could subscribe to, and I could completely relate with.
Yeah, I love Jacinda Ardern. She's amazing. And just now you were
Yeah.
sharing about your mom, yeah, working three jobs. I really admire that. Wow, your mom is a superwoman and it's not easy. And the
Yeah.
same thing with my mom as well. Like she's a working mother before. Right now she's retired, dah pencen. So previously she was working and she's raising two kids, me and my brother. So sometimes she dragged me and my brother when we were little to her office because there's no one to take care of us at the
Yeah,
house.
exactly.
And then you when you grow up and you think back and like, wow, your mom sacrificed a lot, and you really owe it up to her. And and amazing, and how she can, brought up 2 kids, and then both of her kids, alhamdulillah, turned out to be
Jadi orang.
Yes, my brother is an accountant, and I am in education and training, and this is what we're trying to share with everyone, for all the ladies, like for working women, you're going to bring out like wonderful children someday who look up to you and like, wow, mom, I want to be like you. Yeah. So my mom is also
definitely
between work and then also taking care of the kids. So my mom is the same like your mom. So amazing.
Yeah. So that's basically the where I get the inspiration from, and I'm glad that you also have the same mom, like my mom.
Strong mom, working mom, taking care of the children. It's not an easy job, but I really
correct.
So this is for all the working mothers. You guys are amazing. Yeah.
Truly. Truly.
All right, so we've come to the last question. What is your advice to the millennials out there?
To my fellow millennials, since I'm also millennials myself, the older one, almost out of the millennials.
Why?
So to all millennials, I mean, the one that is much younger than me, I would say that times is moving, really changing really rapidly. So this is the time to upskill yourself, to reskill and upskill, and learn as much as you can. And whatever that you're learning today might not even be applicable tomorrow. So you need to really adjust your mindset really, really fast. And don't give up. Things are going to get super hard sometimes and going to break your heart. And, people are going to say nasty things, and you're going to, I know you probably have heard this a lot, all the millennials, that things gonna get hard, and things are going to get hard. But the good news is that's how you grow, and that's how you become better. So whatever that you challenges that you're facing today, whatever it is that is breaking your heart, is only going to make you better and stronger, and you will want to be better and stronger.
Okay, so can you share with us more about your programs, like your current programs and projects that you're currently working on, and what is the next training?
So we are going to kickstart our online content. We're going to start offering episode of content in terms of preparing you for the working life, which means from how to prepare for the job interviews, how to manage bosses, how to negotiate. All of this going to be offered online, and is going to start in January. So I would suggest that for all of you watching, do follow us on Clue to the Zoo Instagram and Facebook or LinkedIn, and also subscribe to our YouTube so that you can find out more which episode or which training that suits you, and you can attend the training at the comfort of your home. So you don't have to actually be on a physical site yet. We also offer those content, those online courses at a very affordable price. So I would suggest that just sign up, and if you like it, maybe you can sign up for more courses. So do follow us. I would really appreciate it.
For those of you who would like to connect with Nurul personally, you're on LinkedIn, you're on Facebook and Instagram. So can you share what is your Instagram handle? What is your Facebook username, and also LinkedIn, so people can connect with you online and also network with you on social media?
I think for to connect with me, you can just send me a connection request, I think it was called, in LinkedIn at Nurul Asyiqin Shamsuri. And on Instagram, just follow Clue to the Zoo, which I and my my colleagues manage the account myself. So those are the two ways to be connected to me. So if you have any questions, if you need any tips, or you have something that you're not clear about your career, any question at all, I used to get that a lot on LinkedIn. I actually get that a lot on LinkedIn. So if you have any question about your career, or any soft skills that you wanted to brushed up, or even if you want to have some kind of a, you know, a little bit of confident boost, you can always connect with me on LinkedIn, and inshallah I will always reply.
Awesome. Okay, thank you so much, Nurul, for being in my show and Women Empowerment Series, and also to share with your tips, advice, and also career journey. And I hope for those of you who are watching this, I hope you are inspired and also motivated by the sharing from Nurul Asyiqin just now. And for those of you who would like to connect with her, you can connect with her online, on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, and also LinkedIn, and also follow her YouTube channel. It's Clue to the Zoo, right? Yeah, so Clue to the Zoo.
Clue to the Zoo, yes, correct.
Follow Clue to the Zoo on YouTube and also IG and Facebook.
Yes.
Okay, so do you have anything else that you would like to share?
I just wanted to say thank you, Farisha, for having me. And I am really honored to be part of your show. And keep doing all the great work that you're doing. I might not always engaging, but I'm always rooting for you. So I'm always rooting for all these women that is doing great things out there. So kudos.
Yay! High five. So thank you so much, Nurul, for joining my show tonight. Until then, stay safe, take care. Merry Christmas. Bye.
Take care. Bye. Merry Christmas.